Hello, everybody. This is Rita Holmes back now, hopefully, for a good while, doing my What's Up Wednesday video. Although I almost forgot to do it. It's actually because it's a pre-recorded video, so I do not do it on Wednesdays. I do it on Tuesdays. And guess what? I forgot about it until after I took my shower, put my pajamas on, and washed my hair and just kind of blow dried it real quick. Didn't fix it, didn't put makeup on, didn't do nothing. But I'm here in my pajamas because I wasn't going to change. You know, it's What's Up Wednesday. It could be anything. So Rita's in her pajamas. Going to make you a card. I'm going to make a cute Halloween card. Or at least I think it's cute today. But before I get started, I have to do Stampin' Up! News, you know. We got the new product of the month. Well, it's not basically new now, is it? It's almost halfway through. But it's called, yeah, that's what it's called. I laid it over here. Let me see what it's called. The new product of the month is Specialty Designer Series paper called Glow of Harvest. And it's really, really pretty. But I'll show you the picture of it in a minute. And then, of course, anybody that orders $50 or more from me will get the August video and card making things. Although I've not sent any out, they are going out. Oh gosh, I say this every week, but I've had a lot of issues. So don't hold me accountable during that time. But now hold me accountable and say, come on, Rita, get this stuff out. So anyway, I'm going to be doing that. And hopefully this week, I don't know, summer has been terrible, have so much to do, and just this week we're having a fish fry on Saturday because my grandson's leaving Monday to go to the Coast Guard for boot camp. It's my other grandson. His brother went in last... Geez, when did he leave? I forget. September? Maybe last year? I don't know. But anyway, I forget. September or October he left and went last year. But anyway, I'm going to God. It's what I do because I'm here late at night. But so Eric's leaving on Monday, so he wants to have a fish fry. So we're going to have a fish fry on Saturday. And Sunday, we have a wedding to go to. And then Monday, he leaves. Tuesday, we're going to drive down to Western Kentucky University. It's about 3.5 to 4 hours away from us. We are going to drive down there. My granddaughter has to go. That's where she's going to attend college. She'll be a freshman, so she has to check in then and move into her dorm. So we're going to drive our truck down to take stuff. That's a Tuesday, and my grandson's girlfriend leaves on Tuesday to go to college. She's going to Kent State here in Ohio. And then that weekend on the 22nd, we have an internment thing at the cemetery for my cousin who passed away. And then Sunday, I'm going to be going to a swap little thing with my uplines. If you can get that, she's my great-grandma on Stampin' Up. Although she's not near enough to be a great-grandma. But anyway, or a great-great-grandma. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. So we have lots of stuff going on, but I'm going to try to work hard now that I'm feeling better on my Stampin' Up stuff. So... pray for no back sets, and pray that I get my draining tube out, which will be today. When you're watching this video, I have to be at the doctor at 11:30 on Wednesday, and she's going to look at my drain tube from when I just had surgery last week, and it may come out. It may not. We'll see. But I can only pray that it does, just because it's an extra added thing to my body that I have to take care of, and I'm through with all that. So anyway, I'm going to get to my card. It's going to be a cute, cute card. or I think it's a cute, cute card. It's a simple card, and you know what? I forgot to do the inside of my card. So we'll finish. You know what? I forgot to get the paper out to do this card. How silly am I? Well, just 1 second. It won't take me but a minute because it's all sitting right here. So you can't talk about me because I'm right here. I've not gone far. I do have to cut my paper down though, and I'm going to go ahead and do that because I was just thinking I got everything cut for the other one, so I figured I was ready. Little did I know I was not. So I'm going to be ready here in a minute. Here in a minute, I'll be ready. Because that's why I roll. It's a good thing I don't have to do much. Huh. Oh, I guess I need a card base though. I think a card base would work good for a card. I do. And you're going to see the mess on my table because it's just messy. And see, I magically had all this stuff cut. Not just for this thing, just because I had stuff cut. So what I'm going to do here, this is going to be the inside of my card. Let me turn you down so that you can look at my ceiling and see all the crazy stuff I got going on. I'm going to bring you down, 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 down. You're still looking at my ceiling. Go away. There we go. Let me update my monitor to where it shows me what you're seeing. Shows me the ceiling. How about that? Beautiful, Rita, beautiful. There we go. And my messy table. So here's my card that we're doing. And look, my cat spins. See if it lands right side up. Yeah, look at her. And it's a little orange cat. I was going to make it a gray cat, but I wanted the hat to be a grayish black. So I did a little orange kitty cat. And so I forgot to do the inside. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stamp. And I'll take the stamp set that I used my kitty cat out of, if I can find it. I just had it, and I lose it all the time. Well, here, let me show it this way. Here it is. Here's the picture of it. It's this right here, and I'm using this kitty hat, but I think I'm going to put these bats in my inside of my cards, so, because they're cute bats when they get stamped. And I'm going to stamp them in black, because bats are black, I think. Or brown. There's brown bats too, right? So let's do this. Open that. We're going to put our little guys. I'm going to put them right here in this corner, flying up. Like so. And then I am going to bring in my other piece for my card we're going to make. And I'm going to stamp some here. So there we have some bats. But there was one other thing I wanted to do. And I wanted to put Happy Halloween on the inside. After all, it's a Halloween card, right? So let's put Happy Halloween. And what we'll do with that is we will get some orange, the pumpkin pie. I'm going to leave this open for a minute because I like to live daringly. I'm going to stamp this. And then I'm going to put it on my card right about here. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to put some more bats. And I'm going to take and put my bats. Do I want them? No, I want them over here. They'll be on my H a little bit, but that's okay. Happy Halloween. There we go. So, whoops, almost did them in the wrong spot. We're decorating the inside first. So now what I'm going to do is put these in here first. That's what happens when you kind of ad-lib what you're doing. And then I'm going to take this and I'll move it over. Well, I actually want to put it right there. There we go. So there's the insides of our card. If we don't get the outside done, right? No, we're going to get it done. So I don't know if any of you guys have made spinner cards. If you come to my classes yesterday or today, or came to my class last month, you've made a spinner card with me, because they're like, oh, I want this open, because I am going to stamp my cat right here so it can dry for a minute. But anyway, we've made the spinner cards, and I just absolutely love them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp my cat. And there she is. She's a she. I like girl cats. I like girl dogs too. Not that I really have anything against boys, but I just tend to go to girl animals, I should say. So let's put this one that I stamped first on the inside of my sample card, because I had no idea what I was going to do until about an hour ago. Because I couldn't decide, and I wanted to do a Halloween card, so I thought, I want to make a spinner card. I want to use the cat. I want to use this. So that's how that all came about. Okay, so what I've got here, we're ready to go. We're going to set that right here for a minute. We're going to bring our card base in. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Yeah. Look at my mess on my table. I usually don't start out with it a mess, but what the heck? Might as well, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my inside in. Now watch me make my card backwards because I'm doing this. I'll be mad at myself if I do that, but that's okay. Don't like get mad at yourself. Okay, let's put this in here. Just too cute, isn't it? Say yes. Too cute. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece. Now, of course, my card was 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is 5 1/4 by 4 because I didn't cut it down, but I did cut this one down to 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 because my black is 5 1/4 by 4, and I want that to just fit on there like so. But before we do that, we're going to put our papers in. And I am going to see, we're going to use this one's only got little cat butts and stuff, so we'll use the stripes on that one. And we'll use the kitty cat on this one. I'm going to use that kitty cat. And then we can use these. I like the oranges up. And so what I'm going to do is these are cut 3/4 inch by 6. And I did that just to make sure I had enough room where I could move them around. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and put most of the way down. I don't need it all the way down because I just don't. So I'm going to add this one at an angle. Okay, and then I'll put this one on at an angle. And I'm going to go up to this because I want this up there more so. Because I want this little kitty cat. And I'm just going to leave a small border in there. And let's move my cat over. I want my cat over. There we go, that's good. And then we'll do this one. So we're just putting them at an angle, and then we're going to trim them up, okay? So let's take this one and I'm going to turn them over. I'm going to cut them, and you could put them on a paper trimmer, but I'm being lazy tonight. But for Saturday, I mean Wednesday, whatever day tomorrow is, Wednesday. Tomorrow's my wedding anniversary. I'll be married 54 years tomorrow. I can remember that day just like it was yesterday. So, we got married in the morning, which you never hear that anymore. I didn't want to wait all day. I wanted to get up, get dressed, get over it. But we did have our reception at night, so we did have to wait all day for that. But that was kind of fun. Okay, so there's that. And you could leave that like that and just add something to it for your card if you wanted to. But we're going to decorate it, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp my trick or treat. And I am stamping trick or treat in this basic gray instead of black. I did my cat in black because I wanted it permanent. So now I'm going to take this and just stamp down here in the corner. And there we go with that. We have our cat done. And we will be cutting our cat out with the embossing machine here in just a second. But first we're going to color him. Watch me knock all this over. That would not be a good thing. Ooh, no. We don't want to knock anything over, right? It's like, no, we don't. Okay, I'm just moving stuff so I don't try to knock anything over. Okay, now we're going to color. And what I'm using is the light and dark smoky slate and the light and dark pumpkin pie. So I'm going to take the light pumpkin pie, and I have to take my small end because my big end, which is there, is mutilated. Look at that. But I don't want to order another one yet, so I'm just using my small end. And I'm going to color my cat. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just coloring it. Trying to stay in the lines. So this would be my little kitty cat. Then I'm just going to darken that just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go over the face. And I'm using the same color, but it's like applying 2 coats of paint. It'll make it a little darker. So there we go. We have the lighter part of my... I don't want to go on. There we go. Then I'm going to take the small end of this, and I'm just going to add some lines. So there the cat's done. And now I'm going to take the light. Well, actually, I want to take the dark. That's what I meant. I want to do the dark first. And I'm going to go into these little lines here with the dark. Just color me some dark areas. It is around this part of the hat. There we go. Do some over here. Maybe right here. There we go. So now I'm going to take the light. And actually, I think it's this end I want. Let me see. Yeah, I want the big end because it's lighter than the small end. And that's where, because I want to blend that. And that just reactivates your ink that you've put on there when you rub that together. And color. Does everybody like to color? I know some people do and some people don't. I love to color, I just don't do it enough. I'm just going to come back in here with some more of this color, leave some highlighted areas, color a little bit darker. And there we go. It's all cut. I mean, all cut, all colored. And now I'm going to cut it. I'll let it dry a minute while I get my little machine. We'll use the little guy today because he's just too cute. What did I do with my die? I left it over there. So what I'm going to do, now I always do this on this, is I stagger my plates. These two, I'm going to put my white one in further, and this one's back a little bit. So I'm going to sit it right there for a minute. Get my die that I left over here. And add this to my card. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you should be able to. I'm just going to add this die right here. And hopefully I don't move it as I put this down, because I don't want that to shift on me. So when I put this on, I've got, that's up higher, this is a little lower, and this one's going to go up higher. And the reason why I do that is it actually just goes into this machine a little bit easier to do it that way. It doesn't cut your paper any different. And then I'm just going to run this through. Okay, we can just push this all up. There's our little cat. Let's move this out of the way. And then we're going to put a nano spinner. They're called nano spinners. And we're going to put the nano spinner on it. So let's get this. And we'll put this up later as soon as I'm done here. So here are nano spinners. This is the spinner. And we're going to get one out of here. And then these come with, or that size that I bought comes with these. They're like glue dots, but they're like glue dots on steroids because they are the heaviest glue dot I've ever used in my life. So I'm going to cut 2 of these off. I need 2. So I just cut off what I need at a time so I don't lose them. And we're going to stick all of this back into this little package I have here. But one of these that I ordered that comes with that, you get 60 nano spinners, and I really, I like them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my cat over, and I'm going to put this on what I feel like would be pretty well centered. Okay, and I'm going to press down on that. Then I'm going to take a pick tool, and this is what I mean by they are so, you can't get them up with your finger. They are just really potent to hold that. So I have that off. I'm going to take my nano spinner with the big side. There's a big side, little side, and a big side, okay? And my big side is going to go down here on top of, and you got to watch where you push it down, because once you get it down there, it does not come off. I'm going to take my other glued up little thing, and I'm going to add that to the top of this small one. And yes, it is a little bit bigger. I'm going to press it down. I want it to stick tight. I'm going to take my, there we go. It comes off easier off of the spinner when you do that. And I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of mesh that up against the edge of the nano spinner. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on my card. Now I could put it down, I could put it up, I could put it here. I do like this spot about right here. So I'm just going to lay that down, and once it's down, it's down. Press on it, give it a spin. There we go. And see how it spins? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the front of my card, and then I'm going to put some little gold sequins on there. It just kind of, look, that little piece stuck to the card. So I'm just going to glue this on. I got to glue it onto my black, don't I? I forgot. It's a good thing I didn't take it and put it on my card. Good thing. So let's go ahead and put it on here. And then we will take add glue to the back of that. Stick it on our card base. Isn't he cute? And then what I'm going to do, and the easiest way I found to do those little glue things, is I'm going to put 2 dots right there. I think I'll put him to where he's straight. I'll put a dot up here. I think I'll put one here, and I think I'll put one up here. There we go. So now once I do that, I'm going to take my pick tool, and I am just going to pick up some of these. It picks them up very easy, but you got to kind of take your finger and hold it down once you get it on there. And then I'm going to do the same again. So I'm putting small ones up here. And then I can take, doesn't matter, I can just pick up, use any sizes that I, well, that was nice. Back over where it goes, go on. Make that stay. There we go. And then we'll use a smaller one here. Well, it's stuck to my finger again. You'd think I had glue on my finger, but I don't. And then I'm going to take a little one and put right over here. So when the card is straight, my card's not going to, this one's not going to stay straight like the other one. There we go. So there it is with the jewels. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take Wink of Stella. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have Wink of Stella on the hat. And I'm just going to take, and you got to kind of hold it still because it will want to move on you. And you don't want it to move. And I'm just kind of coloring over my hat with the Wink of Stella. Make it shine. There we go. So now there's our card. Can you see it? And the shimmer right there. And the spin. Trick or treat. Then Happy Halloween with the little bats inside. Isn't that cute? This little bat's cute. Look at his little teeth and his little eyes. His little ears. He reminds me of like a gremlin. His little ears do. So anyway, he's really cute. So there's my cards that I came up with for a cute Halloween card. Be sweet for kids to send to grandkids or kids or anybody. Anybody that either likes cats or likes Halloween. These, by the way, are no longer available, but I have like 60 Blue Million. If you know how much 60 Blue Million is, I really do not know, but that's just what I always say. I got 60 Blue Million of these things, and that's what I have right here. So I'm trying to use some up. So I used 10. That's a start. And so there's my card. Hope you enjoy it. I do. I'm going to very much try to be back. I'm hoping to have a Saturday video and just get back to all of my weekly videos and stuff, and just be a little bit more prominent and consistent back into my business again, because that's what I need to do, and I'm feeling a lot better, so that's what I can do. If you did not hear what all happened, you just know that I've been gone for a while. My Tuesday video, which is on Facebook and YouTube, tells why I was gone, what happened to me being sick, and why I ended up having surgery last week again. And but it tells all about it. So I'm not going to go all through it on Wednesdays. You can go watch the Tuesday video if you want to see all that. And or hear while I was gone. It's not like it was a big traumatic thing. It's just something that happened. And anyway, but I'm back, and I'm hoping that I stay back and that I don't have junk going on anymore. You know, I'm ready to be done with all the medical stuff. I've had enough medical stuff in the last, I think it's 4 years I counted. I've had surgery 7 or 8 times in the last 4 years. So I'm done. I'm so done. So anyway, hope to see you all on Saturday. You have a good rest of your week. If you make any Halloween cards, be sure to share them on my, or, you know, doing this type. I always ask you to just do whatever you were doing with the video you saw. You can put them on my Facebook. I don't want it just inundated with your cards, you know, for whatever, just because you want to post them and stuff. I want to keep it true to what we're doing on there with my cards and what you do to show your creativity on what this looked like to you, and you create, because it doesn't have to be Halloween. You can use anything that you want. If you have nano spinners, be sure to use them, because they're the funnest little things. You wouldn't think I'd get so excited over them, but I do. So anyway, I will see you soon. Bye.